Good morning, everyone. Good evening, who are in India, and welcome to our first session. While we are waiting for people to join in, and before we begin on our PIQ, I'll speak a quick intro about Defense Adda and also about myself. We have spoken about Defense Adda on our Facebook page, so people may have read about it. Online platform where we want to address individual questions and we want to convert individuals into officers rather than thinking about a group, just like coaching academies do. That's not our focus. Little bit about myself. I'm based out of US and travel between India and US. Been mentoring candidates for last close to 5 years. Always been a one-on-one mentor and believe that anyone can be turned into his or her potential if the mentor and the mentee is dedicated. To my credit, I have more than 200 successful candidates, and they do not come from any group. They are always one-on-one. Individuals have their own desires, own problems, and your questions are not resolved in a class of 50 or 100 as the coaching academies do. And with that philosophy, we have started this Defense Adda, and we'll continue to provide coaching, mentoring, and answer your questions. You're not interested in me or Defense Adda per se, I'm pretty sure. So I would rather skip that lengthy intro from now and straight away jump to our presentation. And we'll talk about PIQ. That's what you're interested about. Okay, so I'm going to move on to the full screen and I'll keep jumping back and forth when required just to see if there is any specific question. Okay, so we're talking about PIQ. Those who have appeared in SSB, they would know what PIQ is. Those who have not, will speak about it. Again, not the boring, regular stuff which you can pick up from any website. There are millions of websites, coaching institutes, so I'm not really bothered about that. Neither am I bothered about these boring institutions, boring lectures, which everyone will speak to you about in coaching among your peers, friends, and so on. Be yourself, speak the truth, keep it short, clean, concise, be knowledgeable about what you speak. All of that is, again, to my mind, a very boring stuff. It is expected, it is to be known, nothing great about it. So let's move on to the format. And now, before I actually start speaking, like I said, I'll juggle between checking any messages, any questions. It's only been 2 minutes though, but I'll still go back and check if there is any question. None so far. So let's go back on the format. Piece of paper with few sections talks about some routine administrative questions, number of brothers, sisters, where do you come from, parents, your education, any NCC, games, extracurricular, and so on. Pretty simple, actually. But please think about it, that this is the form which the interviewer, the officer who is present there, will have in his or her hand. And that's all that he knows about you. What you have written here is going to make or break your interview. So it defines the way you will perform, again, based on the responses. And I'm going to talk about some of the black holes that you need to avoid, and you need to craft a strategy so that the interviewer does not pull you inside those black holes, and whether you guide in the way you want to. So we are talking about one section. There are total 4 sections that we'll be speaking about. I have divided this PIQ into 4 of them. Black holes in the first section. And again, like I promised, I'm going to stop for a moment and go back to check if there is anything anyone wants to say. Okay, don't see any question. That's great. So let's go back. Selection board, batch number, test number, UPSC roll number. You would see these are the circles that I've marked out, and I would call them as black holes. Well, number of brothers, sisters, ranking, education, not so much. They are administrative questions. They've been there with you for ages, for years. So you don't really have to fumble. You would not fumble. You know them by heart. How many brothers, sisters you have, even in sleep, I'm pretty sure that you would be able to speak about those. Ranking, I'm pretty sure that you would be able to speak about those. Selection board, batch number, test number, UPSC roll number. You absolutely would recall, oh, I've appeared in, let's say, 2 interviews. But would you recall what test number was that? Probably yes. But then you may say, in the heat of the interview, which is the pressure, which is a little tight situation there because you are bothered about your presentation, you may forget it. Batch number, you may forget it. UPSC roll number, you may forget it. So keep an eye on these kind of nitty-gritties. Try and remember those and make sure that you are coherent. It is okay. And again, this session is not about the interview strategy, so I'm not going to speak much on that, but it has to be related to what you're going to speak. So batch number, test number, recall them. If you're not able to recall, absolutely. Oh, sorry, sir, I don't recall. You've been so impressive that I almost forgot. Sorry. These kind of statements would actually make the interviewing officer chuckle a bit, smile a bit, and that's what you need. You don't want another stressful interview for him and also for her, and for you. So you make sure that things are going easy and you are spot on with your answers. That is what is important. But again, as a good practice, make sure that you know what you're writing. So batch number, test number, roll numbers, these are numbers, and again, they've not been there for years with you, a tendency to forget. So focus. Let's see once again. I don't see any question, and I'll resume. Now, in case somebody is not able to see the slides for some technology reason, then these slides are available on the Facebook page, on our YouTube channel. The whole video will be uploaded, and also on the slide share. Okay, so next one, the present address, the permanent address. These are again some administrative questions, and you will have to write those. I'm pretty sure that you can do that. What's the catch? What's the black hole here? The black hole is you are looking at approximate population of city, village, town. Now, interviewer has, let's say, about 30 minutes with you, 45 minutes with you. He's not having good day. Not a lot of good candidates coming up to him or her. And she believes, oh, let me ask about the population. Oh, so you got 50,000 population. Where did you get that data from? Is it really true? I thought that's a million people who live in that city or who live in that town. And then you would be caught off guard. You'll be surprised. How does she know? That's where again, a black hole. So make sure that you are prepared. Then the other thing is your state, district, mother tongue, and whether you are a single or a widower. So again, before I go there, let me see anyone else who's asking any question. Not so far, that's great. Okay, so I just got a message. The people are not able to see the slides, unfortunately. That's a challenge that I have. Okay, so I'll maximize the slide. The other one, state and district, mother tongue, again, like I said, single, married, and so on. You may get questions. State and district, again, something related to the per capita income, or something related to the cultural history, or something related to the fairs. Anything can be asked. Be prepared about the state and district. If you're writing that, you have to be ready to speak about it. Okay, the mother tongue. Yeah, people may get questions on your mother tongue. Now, what kind of language do you speak? They may ask you to speak on a specific topic, and who knows, the interviewer may also speak about that topic and know about your mother tongue. Be prepared. Now, the other thing, single, married, these could be some witty questions. Be prepared. But there may be a situation that you could be a widower, and be prepared on the circumstances. How exactly has life taught you? What have been the life lessons that you have gone through? Or you may be married. In that case, again, there may be situations that you may have to prepare yourself. Be ready with some thought around how exactly, if people ask questions on any of these situations, married, single, or widower, be ready to answer those. You could be speaking about your girlfriend, by the way. You could be speaking about your boyfriend, by the way. So be ready, or boyfriends or girlfriends, depending on what state you are in. The other black hole, which is section 6 Bravo. Again, I'm not sure if there is any issue about the PowerPoint. I just got a message that people are not able to see the PowerPoint. So I'll continue with my address on each section, and then you can refer to the PowerPoint on our video, or as well as on our Facebook page. Okay, so Bravo, if not alive, parents. So if unfortunate reason your parent is not alive, or parents are not alive, again, you will have to make sure that you're ready with those kind of questions. So let me see before I actually move ahead, because I'm getting these